According to a prominent statistical analysis website, 538, they talked about their Premier League title odds, and they have given Manchester City an 88% chance of walking away with the title. Man City right now tops of the table, 3 points up on Man United, who's sitting in second. They also have a game in hand on Man United, and if they do in fact win, how impressive is that? That would be their third title in 4 seasons. But Ollie, I'll start with you. What do you make of this prediction?
Well, there's one surefire way to test algorithms like this, and it's asking, does this match up with my personal opinion? And this one does, and so it must be good math as far as I'm concerned. I just think Manchester City right now are far and away the best team in the Premier League. I know the league table is still pretty tight, but if you look at what City have done since they lost to Spurs in November, 2 goals conceded in 13 games, I believe it is. One of those was an own goal. One of those was a goal in garbage time in a game they were 3-0 up. They've won 11 of those matches. The results speak for themselves, but aside from the results, the quality of the football they're playing right now without Sergio Aguero, without Kevin De Bruyne, is really, really good. They look like a proper Pep Guardiola team that we've seen at Bayern and Barcelona before. And I don't see who can stop them right now. And that gap, I know the gap isn't that big right now, but City still having a game in hand, the gap could be about to get wider, and I really don't see anyone catching them.
Andy, the only similarity between the 88% chance that Man City has to win is that Ollie's wrong 88% of the time. So this is like following, it's kind of bizarro world. It's like the reverse statistical trend here. What were Liverpool's chances of winning the Premier League according to the statistical analysis 3 weeks ago, Ollie? It's absurd, 88% chance. These statistics that they throw out in games that so-and-so has a 73% chance of winning this game, it's all junk because that's not how games or leagues are determined. City still has 17 games left. That's 51 points to play for, and they have a 3-point lead. And somehow they pull this number out of nowhere, 88% chance, please. I agree that City are favorites, but 88%, no chance.
Well, let's talk about the percentage of Liverpool finishing in the top 4. They're currently sitting in 4th, and we know that they had an epic streak come to an end, 68 unbeaten streak at home. That was actually ended by Burnley, a team that sits in 17th. It was a 1-0 loss. Now, they did go on to play a couple games on the road. They won that, but then again, at home, that's 2 losses now at home after that 68-game streak. So they end up losing to Brighton, sitting in 15th. Gareth, do you think their chances of going after the title are also lost for them?
Ooh, they're not looking good right now, and Klopp simply doesn't have answers. In their last 8 Premier League games, Andy, here's an actual statistic because it happened. They've only won 2 games, drawn 3, and lost 2 over that 8-game span, and they've scored 7 goals. That's incredible that this free-flowing, this team that would score goals at will just a season ago is having so many problems putting the ball in the back of the net. Their losses to Burnley, Southampton, and Brighton, all bottom half sides in terms of the Premier League. And you look at their business in the transfer window, they bring in 2 questionable center backs, and they do it at the very last moment. This was something that they could have addressed earlier in the month because it was a clear and present problem in the team. It's very late for me. Something should have been done far earlier. Now Liverpool are going to be chasing it from here on out. And honestly, I don't think enough is being made of how Thiago simply hasn't been the answer to helping take this Liverpool team forward. In 8 games played for Liverpool, 4 wins, 3 draws, and 4 losses, and the team looks a little bit off with him being the quarterback of this team opposed to, let's say, a Fabinho or Jordan Henderson and his energy in the middle of the park. I think there's some real issues here. Origi and Shaqiri simply are not the answers. I think Liverpool are going to be fighting tooth and nail for a Champions League spot, let alone coming anywhere close to a title run.
Yeah, I think they've stabilized things over the past couple of weeks enough that I believe they'll get in the top 4. I'd be surprised if they missed that. But the air of invincibility, especially at Anfield, it's gone, right? And I don't think they're going to be consistent enough from here on out to really bridge what's already a 7-point gap between them and Manchester City. So I think for Liverpool, it's really about you know, as I said, just trying to stabilize things. They've got 2 young centre-backs in that they can take a look at now, making sure they hold on to that top 4 finish and having a go in the Champions League. And then as far as the Premier League is concerned, you know, I'm sure they won't be giving up on it yet, but I think you do start to look ahead to next season and resetting a bit, getting all the injured players back, and then coming back, you know, more like the team we saw last year.